Thank you for joining my channel. I'm registered psychotherapist practicing in Ontario, and we are trying to discuss about certain topics every day. And today we will be discussing about imposter syndrome, and I will answer to your questions that you were sending me. From outside, everything might look fine, and you are capable, you have achieved things, and a lot of people respect you, but maybe sometimes inside there is a quiet voice that says one day they will find out I'm not actually that good, and I was just lucky, I don't belong here. And if this feels familiar, you are not alone. In this live session, we are going to explore what imposter syndrome really is, why high achieving people experience it, and psychological mechanisms behind self doubt, and how conditional worth and comparison culture might have shaped your inadequacy. And I will share some strategies that can help you to remind yourself about instances of success that you had in the past and how you can use skills and features that you used during those times to succeed again. So today we will discuss the success self-doubt loop, how to quiet the inner critic, and how to integrate achievements instead of dismissing them. And this live session is for professional students, high achievers, and anyone who feels not enough despite evidence of competence. So why do you feel inadequate even when you are successful? From outside, maybe you seem successful and you have achieved things and people appreciate you, but inside you might be feeling that you're not enough. And if these thoughts sound familiar, this session is for you. Impostor syndrome is generally experience of feeling internally unworthy despite objective success, and living with the fear that your true incompetence will eventually be exposed. And here is the paradox. People who truly lack competence rarely experience imposter syndrome. And this pattern usually appears in high-achieving, self-aware people. And the issue isn't capacity, it's the internal evaluation system. And how internal mechanism works. Our brains interpret success in two ways. For instance, when there is internal attribution, you might be thinking, I succeeded because I'm capable, but when there is external attribution, you might have some thoughts such as, I was lucky, it was easy, anyone could have done it. And people with imposter syndrome generally externalize success, but they personalize mistakes. So success leads to luck, and according to that logic, mistakes are accepted as character flaws. And this distorted attribution pattern erodes confidence over time. So if you are saying, I'm not actually that good, can you think of a time recently when you performed well, even slightly? What did you do in that moment that contributed to that outcome? And if it was just luck, what did luck use in you to make it worth? Was it effort? Was it preparation, skills, or persistence? When we start to ask ourselves these questions, you would realize that the thoughts that you have about your performance are generally not linked to reality, and it will help to consider your situation from broader perspectives. So why does this imposter syndrome develop? There are typically three reasons for it. First of them can be related to conditional worth. If growing up receiving love or approval was based on achievement, if you succeeded, you were valuable. If you failed, you thought you disappointed people. Therefore, achievement becomes tied to identity. However, once you become aware of it, it's easier to understand that failure doesn't link to identity, and there will be times when we will succeed and times when we will fail. This is the part of the process, and what's valuable is keeping going in direction that you think is important. When in your life have you felt more confident or less doubtful, and what were you doing then? What strengths were you using? What was helping you to feel that you were doing something that mattered for you? What part of that version of you is still present today? And if your self doubt were trying to protect you, what might it be afraid of? And how else could you protect yourself without attacking yourself? Who in your life has seen your efforts close, and what would they say your real strengths are? Which skills, features helped you to achieve success in the past? And which of these strengths have helped you repeatedly, not just once? And what difference it can make if you could kindly invite these strategies, features, environments, or resources that you had that helped you to succeed today again? What might be different? The second reason is generally harsh inner critic. People might be having a harsh inner critic that they don't notice and that impacts their mood and behavior and can be becoming a barrier for them to function in their full capacity. For instance, maybe you have thoughts it should have been better, this isn't enough, nothing even feels sufficient. So, if you are having these thoughts, think about last success you minimized. If someone else had achieved the exact same things, achievements, would you call it luck? And what would you say to these people instead? How would you like to support if your friend was in a similar situation as you? And the third reason might be related with comparison culture. If people around you are constantly comparing you to others, especially in the age of social media where we see a lot of reels, constant external comparison produces internal inadequacy. So what would it mean about you if your success were not luck? How do you envision your success, and which strategies might help you to achieve this success that you are longing for? And are there small pieces of evidence that those qualities already exist in you? And what difference would it make if you started to use those qualities and skills that you think are needed to achieving the type of success that you need? So, psychological look behind imposter syndrome is generally looks like when achievement accused self-doubt appears and there is a "I just got luck" narrative that comes up, and anxiety increases before the next task, and this leads to over preparation or avoiding the task, and then the result is emotional exhaustion. So, what would you like to do differently to break this cycle? And this cycle gradually drains your potential. Take a piece of paper and write down your last 5 achievements, whether they were big or small, and now next to each other, write, was this really just luck, or what was there about you that helped you to achieve this luck if you think that this was luck? And most likely behind those achievements, there were a lot of efforts, consistency, strategies, courage, resilience, and a lot of hard work. But your brain may have minimized them. So, how to transform imposter syndrome? Keep a success log. You can write down weekly wins, even small ones, and use the word yet. For instance, if your mind starts to tell you that you are not good enough, you can reframe it. I'm not good and I don't feel that I'm good enough yet. So I'm not where I want to be yet. And if yet means growth is possible, what small signs of growth are already happening? If your future self, the one who is there, looked back at you today, what would they appreciate about your efforts that you are already doing today? And what are you doing right now that proves you are on the right path and not stuck? If you fully believed the word yet, how would you approach your next task differently? What would you try that you're currently avoiding and what strengths are helping you to survive this phase. If doubt disappeared for just one day, what would you do that proves you are capable? So, regarding the inner critic, each time when you notice that this harsh critic starts to speak, you can try asking, is this a fact or is it a fear? And what does this fear tries to keep me away from? And is it being helpful for me? And then reminding yourself of the important things that you wanted to do, what mattered for you, and taking small steps can help to considerably decrease fears, anxiety, and to keep momentum. Limiting social media can help to reduce comparison and practices receiving and thanking, appreciating, and thinking about your strengths and features that you already have that can help you to achieve these goals can also help to slowly, gradually increase your self confidence. And each time when you are acting on your fear, when you are taking steps towards important for you despite fears, anxiety, you are actually proving yourself that you are capable, you can do things. Because confidence grows when success is integrated, not dismissed. Impostor syndrome is often an extension of fear of failure, but sometimes it's rooted in something deeper, in the beliefs that to be worthy, I must be perfect. Yet, worth is not measured by performance, identity is not performance. And if these feelings are chronic and create constant anxiety, therapy can help rebuild a healthier internal evaluation system. Competence grows through action, and self worth grows through integration. And both of them can be developed, and psychotherapy can help you to achieve these goals. So, your success is not an accident, but feeling inadequate may be a learned pattern. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, to like the video, and write your comments. And ask yourself, what success have you recently minimized? In the next video, we will continue to explore perfectionism and whether it leads to success and burnout, and what you can do uh, in order to take steps despite perfectionism and to help yourself. Thank you for your time and see you in the next videos.